I had to do this for the throwback to Kit. I don't know how many 80s, 90s babies out there, but Kit was my favorite Kit was my favorite TV series. Almost said movie video or total video, Blockbuster video, whatever. Used to rent them VHS tapes. Such a good life back then. I'm just kidding. Easier times. Easier times. Just out getting some pizza. Shout out to Domino's. Y'all should give me a discount one of these days, huh? Out here in Mexico, of course. Why would I not be, guys? Can't speed anywhere else, right? That would be illegal. Plus, my car's too slow to speed, so. Hey, I'm filming here, guys. Jesus, I'm just kidding. Y'all can do what you want. Hey, you got the Christmas time lights? What? Christmas time? Red and white. Kind of bluish white, whatever. Can't see it in the video, but it's so like Christmassy vibes, you know what I mean? So like, you know. I'll be rocking that all winter. Anytime I drive it, which won't be very often, but you know. That's why we have other vehicles to drive. I don't know, there's a lot of mixed emotions about this car. A lot of people don't like it, as far as like, you know, the srt4, you know. A lot of people don't like this car, this platform. You know, yeah, you're right, it's not Evo, whatever. I give people the finger a lot with that little light there. It's awesome. You know, it's not Evo. I get it. I've had Evos. I've had a whole bunch of GSMs, Eclipse GSTs, GSXs, Talons, Plymouth Lasers, Stealth, RT, Stratus RT. I've had almost every DSM there is, damn near. There's a couple I have not had. I've had a couple of TSI ESIs. I've had, you know, I've had a lot of cars, but DSMs were some of my favorites. My ultimate is, of course, the body style Paul Walker's Eclipse, 90s, late 90s Eclipse GSX. His, I think, was a GST, if I could remember correctly. Because if you guys remember Paul Walker launching it, well, he's a stunt driver, I believe, that did it. But in the first Fast and Furious movie, this is for all my nerds out there, dumps the clutch in the very beginning of the movie as he's trying to test the top speed of his little Eclipse. Dumps the clutch, and what happens? The front tires spin. It was not a spin type of thing where they spin and the back end hooks up and then it takes off, because it's 70-30, 70 in the front and 30 in the rear, as far as all-wheel drive. That's the only other time that might happen, but it's not a real thing. So praise Allah. Anyways, so yeah, it's my favorite platform would be the GSX, late 90s, like a 96 to 99 GSX Eclipse, or Eagle Talon TSI, and 6-bolt swap from the 7-bolt. I don't want to build a 7-bolt again, though. They're terrible. They have oiling issues. They're just trust me. They're not a 6-bolt. They are not a 6-bolt, period. If anything, swap into my Evo motor, you know. It's not even a big deal. You can do it easily. But, you know, Evo 9, Evo 8, it's one of my favorites. My buddy down the road actually has an Evo 5 imported from Japan. He rolls around in good car, nice car, beautiful car. I'll post pictures soon of that car next to my srt4. And let you Evo guys that are through and through Evo to the end over WRX drool over this car. It's an Evo 5 that is in like minty condition, dude. It's so nice. And it's bone stock. That's the coolest thing about it. It's got a couple of tasteful bolt-ons. And then you know how like in Japan they do gauges up on the dash? All their aftermarket gauges, there are like 3 or 4 of them. They put them up on the dash. It's kind of like a cool little deal there. he left all that original, how he got the car. He didn't even buy it on purpose. He said that he would bid on it, but he didn't expect to get it. And he got it and he loved it. And I don't blame him. I mean, I want that car, but I think he said he paid $18,000 to get it shipped over. I might do that one day. We'll see. But anyways, shout out to all my srt4 guys and gals, if there are any. And yeah, it's my ride, dude. I love it. I've had 2 of these. This is my second one, of course, and my other one was an 03. It's a yellow. And I loved it. My smart self kept breaking the transmission. And breaking axles, that was one thing. Breaking axles was one thing. But I kept breaking transmission housings and differentials, and it just, you know, whew, it was bad. I spit the spider gears out of that thing I don't know how many times. I don't know how many trainings I went through, but it was like 3 or 4. And about 5 more got rebuilt. Well, not like 5 more like that I went through 9 transmissions total, no. But same transmission rebuilt twice, another one rebuilt twice, and then that's 4. That's why I say it that way. But anyways, yeah, got rid of it, and I traded it with dude put cash on top. I think he put $2,500 on top of his 99 Civic Si coupe, EM1, and it was super clean. It was black with polished roto slips. It was dumped on the ground with some Skunk 2 Pro Series 1-piece coilovers. It had stock control arms, so I upgraded those to the Skunk 2 Street Series. Camber plates, I had those adjusted, I think it -2, so I had 2 degrees camber in the front, and I had, I think, 1 or 0.5 in the back. It just sat right, you know, but it was really, really low. But my exhaust was fully tucked, you know. It was a stock exhaust going to stock location, of course, 3-inch, oh no, 2.5-inch all the way back to a stock style muffler. It was really quiet. Then I had a cutout to switch, and then I was open downpipe, which was like, I think 3 feet from the turbo, is where the E cutout was. And it was a CX Racing eBay turbo kit on a stock B16A2. I was told that it had internals. My srt4 had Wiseco internals. I'd spun a rod bearing, and so I put stock rods back in it with Wiseco pistons. I don't know why I did that, but I did. I was honest about it. It had water methanol injection. It made like probably 330, 350 at the wheels on a 50 trim turbo. It's nothing crazy. And then I ended up trading him for that. I got that car. The Civic ended up turning around and getting shot out to Yakima, Washington, and it was because somebody came out with a GST 90. Did it have pop-up headlights? I think it did. It had pop-up headlights, so it was either 89 or 90 or something like that. I think it was a 90 GST Eclipse. It was dark blue, and it had like some stock GST wheels, but it had like some studded tires all around on it. And I went to the track with that thing. It was fully hard piped. All the intercooler piping was upgraded to hard pipes. And it had bad motor mounts. So the day I got it, did motor mounts. It had a whole bunch of blow by, so I did a head gasket and I re-ringed it. Just, you know, dingle ball honed it real fast in engine bay rebuild. So I reused the rod bearings. It did start rattling a little bit later on, right before I got rid of it. And it had a Evo big mouth turbo on it, and I think it made around 300 after I was done with it. And 440 stock injectors, kind of, you know, but it had a MAF translator 2 box for the in a GM mass airflow sensor. I don't know how many of you can remember that, but that was sick. I loved that thing, man. So yeah, I mean, it was dope. I took it to the track the weekend after, or 2 weeks after I got it, right? It was in the summertime. I was doing a lot of car trades back there in 2011. And I went out to the track, and I went to Bremerton Raceway, and I raced the car on a Sunday. And it was back when, I think it was towards the end of the season, like in August or something like that. But I bracket raced that thing, and I went to the semi-final rounds. Semi-finals. It was great. I ended up going red lit. I think it was like a 008 red. It was real close. But I knew I was going to have to push the light because it was running low 14s, which I know you're going to say, hey, that's pretty much a stock Eclipse. Okay, well, listen, I was racing with those studded tires. with the stock 15s, and I was launching it, babying it out of the hole, and just, ripping through the gears after that. I was running 14.0s, 14.1s, spinning pretty hard, but here's the thing. I was crossing the finish line at 109 to 111 miles an hour. So eat that. Yeah, she had some freaking top end, baby. And it was a minty car. Like, the only thing that was wrong with it, it had a silver hood, the car was blue, so I painted the hood black. The car needed a paint job. So the roof, the trunk, and the tops of the fenders were all, clear coat, faded, gone. So therefore, if I'd gotten it repainted, fixed the hood, or put a carbon fiber on it like I wanted to, and resold that car, I would have made a good amount of money on that car. I was already ahead, though. If you remember, the srt4, I traded, to get that, I traded the car lot I worked at, 99 SS Camaro, which I know a lot of my Chevy guys will be like, hey, stupid. Yeah, I know. That was a nice car, too. Damn, I've had some rare ones. But yeah, so, a 6-speed manual. I had the seats redone with suede on the outside, perforated leather on the inside. It was sick. It had the exhaust went out to the back, all 3-inch, and the duals stopped at the back bumper, and they had like Corvette styles in the center, the 2 tips. Oh, it was sick. Stock wheels. I bought lowering springs with sway bars. I wish I had splurged and got adjustables, but it was already like that when I got it. Had an aftermarket clutch, and it had a Texas Speed LS swap. Because when we got the car in on trade, the dude said, I have a new motor in a crate, but I haven't put it in. It was just a bone stock Texas Speed rebuilt with a slight cam in it. And it made, I think it made around 400 or so, 400, 410 at the wheels. It was pretty quick. It ran 1160s in the quarter, me slamming the gears. And I had to, again, baby it out of the hole because I broke that 7/4 bolt rear diff. I broke it pretty easily. I dragged radials on the back, which are like 11 inches wide. And I, dropped the clutch at like 4,500, and she she might have pulled the wheels. I don't know. I doubt it, but I think it kind of did. But it broke the rear end before anything else could happen. So I didn't really fucking, So I was like, sorry, my language. But I was like, dude, this sucks. I was so mad. It took forever to finally get the rear diff freaking fixed. I got another 7 1/4 bolt instead of getting a 10 bolt like I should have, or something stronger, and so I swapped it in there. This is a stock one, and then I traded the car to the car lot I was working at for the srt4. So the SS Camaro, I got it for $2,500 with a motor in a crate, and so the motor, was bad. I was planning on making I think it's a 377 stroker or something like that out of the stock motor. I never got around to it though. I ended up getting rid of the motor to some dude with an S10, because I was going to try to put a turbo on it and swap it into an S10, but I just couldn't find the right S10. So anyways, yeah. So anyways, guys, time to pick up my food. Which lights do you guys like? Oh, what am I doing? I'm hitting the wrong button. Stupid, what did I do that for? There we go.